All right, beauties, as you can see, here is the before. They ended up coming in and taking up the carpet. Our landlord decided he wanted to go ahead and replace it while we were still here. It has been exhausting, but it is so worth it. So there's the before, and here are the floors after. I'm definitely going to take you guys along for the journey of putting my room back together. I really feel like, first and foremost, I think it's going to help my allergies and my asthma tremendously. Comment down below if you've had that experience as well. Yeah, I love it. I think it looks so beautiful. It's so much more open and roomy, and it just looks nice. So here's the process. I'll speed some of this up. I'll do a voiceover with some of it. I'll talk through some of it. And kind of honestly, I want this to be a little bit more vlog style where you'll see, where I'm just kind of sitting down, chilling, just BSing with you guys and talking with you guys. And if you're new here, I'd love to have you stick around and subscribe if you enjoy. I definitely want to get into a little bit more vlog style content. I know you guys have been asking for that, but genuinely, I live a very boring life. I get up in the morning, I let the dog out, I get on the treadmill, I do my little workout, I clean, I film, I edit. And I film and edit on my phone, so I can't record myself doing that, if you guys know what I mean. So anyways, here's the process of Brett and I bringing everything back into the room. Honestly, overall, aside from me getting rid of a couple of pieces and downsizing just a little bit, I kind of decluttered again throughout this process. Like, we decluttered the entire house, which felt phenomenal. I love decluttering. I feel like it's super therapeutic. I feel like, especially with me having ADHD, anxiety, things like that, it really helps me to kind of really stay focused on the things that I'm going to use daily, and not just in the spectrum, you know, of makeup and beauty and things like that, but clothing wise, everything, you know, a game, a puzzle. If I've not touched it in X amount of months, I very clearly do not need it. So yeah, I like the spring cleaning idea, but I do it about every 3 months or so, and it just feels good. Some of this we were struggling with. We were on a struggle bus with a couple of these things. But overall, I feel like it was an easy enough process. Like, nothing is super, super heavy. And we typically, like, I took everything out of the drawers, or we will take all the drawers out, move the shelving, and then bring it back in. And during this process, we just had one of those pack rat pods. It was slightly expensive in that we had to pay for that part of it. And of course, you know, the landlord did everything else. So that was a little bit expensive, but even that, it was a super seamless thing for us. Like, we spent a few days taking everything out and setting it into the pod. It's flat and flush to the ground. So it was a lot easier than, say, like moving and having like a U-Haul where you have to walk up and down the ramps. I cannot do that because I get motion sickness. So it was super convenient to just have the pod in the front yard, walk straight out and walk back in. When the process was done, I went through and wiped down all the walls, dusted and stuff like that. I'm sure if you've had your carpets removed, oh my gosh, was it hell on my sinuses and my asthma and everything else. So I definitely felt a little bit rough for a few days, but if you know, you have to kind of really deep clean. So I swept and mopped twice and did the walls, dusted everything, made sure I did a really deep, thorough clean of everything. And then as we brought things in, I really wanted us to focus on, have we touched this? Have we used this? Is this our current size? Like, Brett's lost a lot of weight, so he finally got rid of all of his clothing and things that did not fit, maybe shoes he has not worn, etc. I've lost some weight, so I wanted to kind of go through my things again, and it just feels good. And this is a very small space. I don't really know if you guys can tell, like, scale, but basically if I used this as an actual bedroom, as, you know, its intention is, I'd probably be able to get like a double bed, maybe a dresser and like a little nightstand, and it would swallow this room whole. So this room also for us, it's my beauty space and my filming area, but I do have the fold out sofa. And it also becomes like a guest space when we have family in town. And we do, host, and we do Thanksgiving, Christmas, things like that. So we do have to have that type of a space, but I don't feel like it's too much. Like, hopefully you guys can kind of, chime in, let me know your thoughts. But yeah, it's it's definitely been a tiring experience, but I don't know. There's something about the floors being redone. And I'll note too, I'm very much anti-carpet. I don't like carpet because of my asthma, because of allergies. We do also have one small dog. So I loved the fact that the landlord was like, hey, let me redo this. But I'm going to note too, and I'd love to have you guys feedback as well. Like Brett was very much pro carpet. I want carpet. Screw this. I don't want the floors replaced. He can replace and put carpet. And he loves it as well. The only slightly annoying thing, literally, and I think we're just going to have to get used to it, is Popcorn's little tippy toes tapping across the floor. Basically, like throughout the middle of the night when we're trying to sleep and stuff like that. So that can be a little bit annoying. But as you can see, we brought everything in. I put everything in its place. I will switch out where the like vanity is and the small little dresser. I'm just going to reverse those solely because I don't like how my background is looking right now. And I liked it the way that it was before. But other than that, everything is just the same as you guys are going to see it through the duration of the video. I feel like this is going to be the easiest. This is my like ship from home station. So I already have my printer. And then this right here, I usually put like little samples and stuff like that I can add to packages. Thank you stickers, like business cards, things like that. This is my scale. And then we have some rulers, envelopes, tape, extra batteries for my scale, and just stuff that I need to ship. And then I'm going to put my phone over here. But I need to kind of take this stuff out of these few drawers so that I can kind of redo this. But you guys will see what I'm doing. But I figured this is going to be the easiest thing for me to tackle because it's almost done. We didn't really take everything out of this dresser. So I'm going to do this one and then get this in place. Then I think I'll either go here. I don't actually know. But this is all the stuff I have to unbox. Hey, girl. All of this. And then I have to hang up some clothing. This is going to be all palettes over here, so that's completely empty, so I need to do my palettes, and then, of course, all my makeup into here. Yeah, so I'll talk through some of it, just so you guys can see what I'm doing, and then I'll do, like, speed some of it up, because I know this is probably going to be a little bit of a longer video. So, y'all know what I say. Grab your tacos and tequila, your milk and cookies, Doritos, Cheetos, Fritos, whatever is your pleasure, and sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Thank y'all so much for being here. Let's get started. Okay, so not the best angle, nor the most flattering of angles. And I'm actually going to pull my chair over. So basically I'm going to take all my padding and stuff out that's in here currently, so that I can have it by shape and stuff like that, or, you know, by sizing and stuff with packaging. And then this will be done. So I don't think this is going to be too bad. Everything in here is incredibly light, so we basically just took the drawers out, took this outside, and then put the drawers back in. But I've been meaning to get to this because none of my stuff is like together in here, and I want to be able to open each drawer and know that, like, hey, all of my priority mailers are in here, all of this is in here. Very clearly, I have plenty of packaging. So I'm just going to set stuff to the side. And then things that I know that I'm not going to use quite as often, like I have manila folders, and then I have like the little envelopes that, you know, something that's not going to be able to be broken, I could put in these and mail. Versus like the bubble mailers, I use those consistently. Sorry y'all, my son called. I had to redo my hair, just, you know, it is what it is. We go with the flow around here. Hopefully the angle stayed pretty much the same. I just kind of put them on speakerphone. So I have my stack of my envelopes. And then I have like little boxes, and then these, like if I sent like clothes and stuff like that, whatever I know I don't use as often, I need to put up and like put in a different drawer or something. Like these, I don't really use those a whole lot. These are kind of small, so unless somebody literally gets like a lipstick, there's like not much room for me to put much of anything in here. My IPSY things, I love these. Like, I always keep these. And anytime anything gets, like, packaged, whatever, and sent to me, I will reuse the heck out of it. Have some random cards in here. And then we have some paper for my printer. Alright, so this drawer is empty. Let me kind of see what else I have. Oh, no. I know y'all can't really see it. I'll just kind of pull things up and show y'all. So basically this whole drawer also is a bunch of different kinds of packaging. envelopes, you know, padded envelopes, all that kind of stuff. So again, I know I can't fit a whole lot in these, and y'all, I have 2 full packs up there, like of 50 or 100, and poor choice in my decision making. And then I have all the like bubble wrap, bubble like envelopes and stuff like that. So yeah, and then I have like larger envelopes. So I want to organize this stuff. I'll probably speed this little part up, and I know y'all can't see me. I'm very sorry. Look, I film on my cell phone, okay? I got no fancy schmancy stuff up in here. But y'all wanted to see the remake, remodel, redo of my room. It's late. It's late at night, FYI. So I am going to speed this part up, figure out what's going on with this. It shouldn't take long at all. Like I said, this is literally all just padding, packaging, and stuff. So I'm going to take everything out, put everything back in, and then just kind of get it all organized and figure out what to do with all this stuff. I might honestly, I have like a lot of bubble wrap. There's like a bunch back behind me too on the vanity, and it just takes up a ton of room. So I might order a tote or something, or maybe you guys can give me some feedback. I don't know when this is going up. But because it's so big, maybe I should just put it in like in something, a bag or a box, more little bubble mailer things. So yeah, let me do that. I'll speed this up. This won't take very long. And then we'll move on to the vanity. I don't know. Okay, that door's empty. To redo that part, but it's okay. All right, all of my paper can come down here. I do have extra ink and stuff somewhere. I don't know where, so I have to find that, and that will also go in here. Okay, already I feel much better. We have some space now. And then I can stick these in here. So much better. And we're done. Literally done already with this dresser. That makes me happy. I do have some bubble wrap over there, which I will figure out what I'm going to do with, of course. Let me flip y'all around. So that's not going to change until I go through my boxes, and then I add all of my like sample products, minis, all that kind of stuff. So that's not going to change. That didn't really change. And then that's the little bubble envelopes, my paper, and then these, because I obviously use them more than the other stuff. And this drawer here. Again, I may move that because my drawer's not closing. Okay, yep, that's gonna have to change. I have some tissue paper and some more bubble wrap. So the bottom drawer may change. I'm over talking about it. Sorry, guys. I'll probably end up cutting all this part out. Hopefully I remember to do that. Might be easier because palettes are palettes. That's the only thing that goes here. So maybe let me find the boxes of palettes, which I think are these two right here. And let me redo the camera and we'll do palettes. Apologizing again if you cannot hear me well, first and foremost, and about the angle. So this is palettes in this box. I'm first going to take the ones out that I typically display. I do not know if I'm going to be displaying them this time or not, or anymore. I don't know. So that is all of like my small color pop palettes. I have Fantasy Cosmetica. I have a couple Clarity Cosmetics and a couple Huda Beauty ones. But basically, like my little mini palettes, I kind of keep out and like to keep them displayed. And I tend to reach for these more than most, and I take them for travel. So I'm going to set these to the side. I usually go by size, so I feel like I'm going to do that again. So I think I'm going to start at the bottom drawer. Hopefully you guys can see me. I actually think, because you know, I just did a declutter. This is a great angle, by the way. I think I'm going to keep the bottom empty so that I can like use it as like storage and maybe put like giveaway stuff or something like that. And then use this other big drawer for big palettes. So I have some big palettes here, Scooby-Doo, Profusion, Old School Urban Decay, my AKA Aislinn. So I'll put the big palettes in here. And if I have to use the bottom drawer, obviously I will. It's no big deal. I do like to keep this P. Louise one out and displayed. We'll see if that happens. And I don't know if I have another box of palettes. I feel like I might, but there's only 2 other boxes. And I thought they were in that box, but they're not. So maybe I just got rid of so many palettes that I have way less than I anticipated having. So I think I'm not going to put anything else in that drawer just in case. And then next up, again, I'm just going to go by size. So I'll have palettes like my Full Fantasy. This is Lunar Beauty and Laura Lee. And then I'll throw all my Nomad Cosmetics palettes in there because they're all pretty much like shaped and stuff. So let's toss those. Let's not toss those. We're going to gingerly place those. And then all of these are all that same size. These are all Nomad Cosmetics, Huda Beauty, Natasha Denona, Nomad Cosmetics, Nomad Cosmetics, Nomad Cosmetics. Okay, yes, I am seeing some more bigger palettes, so I'll stick those on the bottom. That is my Muse palette, and then my palette Opoly from Ace Beauty. So I think that's it for that drawer. So how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4 more drawers. And in this top drawer is going to be like my little glitters and like single like cream shadow type things and stuff like that. So let me get these 2 bigger ones out. Those can go on the bottom. I feel like maybe like my longer palettes. So Sigma, ABH. I have an Il Makiage palette. Suva Beauty is that shape. I will probably do all of those. I have another Nomad. Alright, so let me put the Nomad with the Nomad palettes. And then maybe take a couple of these out. I just want to make sure that it's aesthetically pleasing, but also I want to be able to look in and like Natasha Denona goes with Natasha Denona, but then not make things too heavy. And this is an awkward position for my big old ass to be trying to fit in, y'all. All right, so these are all like longer, which I think I usually have these standing up in here. I think. Yes. All right, so these can all stand. And again, I try to put them in there by shape. So I also feel like I can put in my swirl palette and then all of my, ooh, I almost dropped that. All of my Gourmande Girls ones that are like longer, leaner shaped. So let's get those in there and they can also stand. Let me do this by length and go this way. How do you like to store your palettes? I would like to know. All right, I feel like that is good. That looks great. Those go on the bottom. Y'all, my hair, my hair is wild, y'all. Look, we are in it. We're on a journey. I have a couple more like longer, leaner ones. I have my Sea Talk palette from Own's Eye, Scooby-Doo palette from Glam Light. My Clarity Cosmetics, the Komodo palette. I feel like is that same like length and stuff. Okay, I feel like that's probably okay for this drawer for now, I think. Next up, I have a bunch that are kind of similarly shaped to the Nomad ones and stuff, so that probably should have gone in the next drawer up. It's fine, I'm not gonna worry about it. That Time of Year palette, my Colors of the World from Empress Me, and any brand that I have like codes or anything with, I will definitely link them down below. So again, let's go in here by size. Then I have a bunch of teeny tiny palettes. I may put these in the very top. We'll see if I have room. And then I have a bunch of Gourmande Girls palettes and all of my Rebel Rouge labs. I have a Cleona palette. So these are all like smaller, like square palettes. I feel like those will look good right here and probably fit really well right here as well. A few more smaller palettes, more Clarity and more of the Fantasy Cosmetica. I have What's Up Beauty, I have a Ladybug Glow, more Glam Light, all in that same shape. I don't want to put too much more in this particular drawer, and I still have 2 drawers left. So let's go with the next smallest size. I might grab the Clarity and the Fantasy Cosmeticas and put with these because they're all the same shape and size. Okay, I have an e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. Don't know why that's in here. And no! This is a Jaclyn Cosmetics pressed bronzer. I got on clearance. Hopefully it's okay and I didn't just break it. If I did, you know, it is what it is. I have my ColourPop Play It Cool. We have some Moira Cosmetics, Melt Cosmetics, some Glam Light, and some Wicked Widow Beauty. So all these, as you can see, are pretty similar in shape and size. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and do this with you guys. Maybe clear off my vanity and we'll see what happens from there. Or I might call it a night because I'm exhausted. So I might actually see y'all in the morning. Bye! Alright, we are back at it. I'm going to go ahead and take out my perfumes. I feel like that'll be like super easy and then that box will be done. And I'm just going to put all of my perfumes right here and display them like I had them before. And yeah, so let me go ahead and set the camera up. Thank y'all again for your patience. Let's get the camera set up and we will get moving. Hopefully I can get done that tonight. That's my goal, and I'm probably going to be in my own way, so, you know, it'll be okay. Y'all, look, y'all already know what to expect. Hopefully I can get this out in one piece, since I got it in one piece. And I think for now, the rest of this, like, decor stuff, yep, you can't see a thing. The rest of my decor stuff, I think I'm going to stick right here for now, until I kind of figure out what I'm doing. Alright, no casualties. That makes me very happy. And truthfully, like, other than a couple things that kind of tipped over some, everything looks great. And I love this thing right here. I'm part of the Amazon, I cannot remember what it's called now, but you can go in and you can test products for free for honest review. And this came from there and I love it. I think it is perfect for fragrances. And I kind of have them in here, like, according to, you know, like colors or theming or whatever. And then I have some of these little body sprays that I typically put up here. So let me find the rest of those. I don't want to block this. I feel like that's okay. Some of this may switch just a little bit once I kind of do a test and see how everything looks in the background. And let me grab everything else. So there's one box down. I feel like this. I feel like I can go ahead and do this because it's literally just my brushes and then like my caddy that has mascaras and stuff in it. So I'll take this out. I may find the rest of my stuff and go ahead and start filling up my vanity, and then all of that in the bags also goes into the vanity. Let me move this. So over here I have like everyday skin / like prep, you know, my eye drops and all that kind of stuff, and then my everyday makeup, and then it kind of goes from there. So I have like blush, bronzers, highlighters and stuff like that, and then like face palettes. And then over here is more complexion, so foundations, concealers, all that kind of stuff. So I might go ahead and do that. Let me take the couple of things. I'll figure it out. But I'm going to go ahead and try to attack this really quickly because, again, they're big and they're in the boxes, so they're not going to be super difficult. And then over here, I've kind of started setting up a couple of things right here. And then those are my setting sprays. They go in the bottom drawer down here. So yeah, let me do that. And I'll probably speed this part up. But basically, I'm just going to put in my foundation tray, my concealers, powders, sprays, and then over here, you'll kind of see everything that I'm doing. So let me go ahead and do that. All right, beauties, we are all done, and I love it so incredibly much. I realized, obviously, it's hard work redoing anything and like dealing with construction and all that kind of stuff. I realized that the reason this took me so long, and I finally figured it out in the last clip, was because I am so used to when I'm doing like deep cleaning, when I'm like, whatever the case is, I like to listen to music. And I could not do that because, you know, I film on my phone and I listen to music on my phone. So I spent the evening last night coming in here, jamming out to music, and I got my room done. There is a little bit of skincare that I need to go put in my bathroom. And then I just ordered the NOMAD Cosmetics Harajuku palette. It's on sale for $19. And you can save an additional 10% off with code RERE10. Not affiliated or anything like that, but they are discontinuing it, so I wanted to get it. I have a couple boxes of like PR and a little tiny Sephora haul down there. But here it is, y'all. I love it.